All right, flippers, good morning, everyone. I'm going to manage all of the London sessions on this week. So let's just begin with a forecast video for the upcoming week and days ahead. This will be just a quick update on the forecast because on last Thursday, I just posted a forecast video for you. And basically only one trading day has happened ever since then. So I'm just going to update that previous video and tell you the new plans. So here we are in GBPUSD and EURUSD. So the thing that I forecasted on EURUSD was pretty simple. Price was coming down in a bearish order flow, bearish structure, breaking the swing low points over and over again, leaving this beautiful bearish structure and order flow to the downside. So price was somewhere at this region when I posted the forecast video for you. And I said that price has a really high chance to follow along this nice bearish order flow. And we're going to react on some of the supply areas. I just marked out 3 supply areas. And I said that price is a chance to react on any of these. If price breaks above this first supply, then we will be able to take longs up to the second. If price reverses on the second, we will be able to take shorts all the way down to break the swing low point. If price breaks above this the second supply, we will be able to take longs up to the extreme, where we will be able to take shorts again down to the swing low point. So the thing that's happened here, price couldn't react on the first, but reacted on the second and created a beautiful continuation order flow, which broke the swing low point again to the downside. So by taking a look at this structure and seeing that price keeps breaking the swing low point over and over again, reacting on supplies, breaking the swing low point, reacting on supply, breaking the swing low, reacting on supply, breaking the swing low. So price keeps doing this beautiful structure to the downside. So we can assume that we are going to react on one more supply, where we will eventually break the low point again, which is this one. So this is our new swing low point, which is waiting to be broken. And another thing, that we have this daily low point here. So we are still inside of the daily structure, right? You remember for the daily structure that we had a low point, we had a high point, and we are still inside of the low point and the high point, meaning we still didn't change any character on the daily time frame. So what can we do with this information? Basically, the thing that we can do with this information is that I'm going to expect short continuations. Even if it breaks the daily low point, I don't really care. I'm going to expect the shorts because price couldn't really react on the 4-hour demand here. Basically, after wiping out this amount of liquidity here and this amount of liquidity, it couldn't reverse to the upside and just keep dropping. So we can assume that we're going to drop furthermore. But if somehow price reverses to the upside, we're going to take longs, but we just have to find that reversal point that will be safe to trade on the long side. Currently, we are focused on shorts, right? So let me just see if at this low point, is there any demand reaction? Yeah, actually, there was an extreme demand, and this is the extreme of the whole daily movement. This is the real extreme. I mean, below this demand, you can't identify another demand area. And this is the real 15-minute extreme of the whole daily movement that has started to the upside and created that low point and high point. So price just mitigated this low point, right? We are here and reversed after the mitigation. So what can we expect here? We can still expect some shorts. We can still expect the short continuation. I'm going to mark out the previous and next recent swing high point. This is the swing high now. And below the swing high, we have liquidity. Nice amount of liquidity can be found here, right? All right, so this is located below the swing high. But the swing high doesn't really have inefficiency issues, so I'm just going to check the 5-minute time frame if there's any refinement. Actually, there's no really refinement available here because everything is efficient. I mean, basically every single zone here is efficient. So I'm just going to assume that this is a liquidity created inside of the zone, right? So if there's liquidity inside of the zone, then we can use the 50% as the new mitigation. And basically, if I switch back to the 5-minute time frame, we will see, but here this is liquidity created inside of the area. Somehow like this, right? Okay, but I'm just going to use the double tops. All right. But on the other hand, we are still coming from this demand. And yeah, first of all, let me just take a look at the short side. As I said in the previous video, There's no unmitigated supply left in this region, basically. This is mitigated. This is unmitigated, but we are talking about this region. So this is mitigated already. There's no unmitigated supply. This can be the supply that this is also mitigated by this movement. This is mitigated. This is mitigated. This and these, I mean, these supplies are not mitigated, but these are far away. But we can just keep this in mind that here are two supply regions that has a chance to give us a reaction. But this is so far away. We have to focus on the current price action. So short side, you know, we reacted on this supply. Previously, we reacted on these supplies, but currently we have two supply regions where we can find a possible reaction for a short continuation. This one and this one. If these supplies can give us some confirmation, any kind of short reversal with nice criteria, we can take shorts all the way down to the 50% of this demand region. And we're going to break the swing low point. We're going to mitigate the 50% of this demand. And that's where we can expect longs all the way up to really high price action regions. But if price can mitigate any of these supply regions, we will be able to take longs. So I'm going to mark out this region first of all. This is the first demand that I'm marking out. And the reason I'm marking out this demand is because we are still coming from a 50-minute extreme daily movement starter demand, and we still change the character. Basically, this is a flip zone here. Reacting on this supply, flip this supply from this demand. And we have really nice amount of liquidity above that demand region, right? So just take a look at this liquidity. It's a huge amount of liquidity built up for that demand. And if this liquidity is getting swept into this demand, we can expect a confirmation and continuation all the way up to the supply or even up to the supply. So yeah, these are the zones we are monitoring. If any of the zones here on the screen is getting mitigated, let me just remove the mess from the screen because this is really messy. Sorry. Yeah. So any of these zones that you can see on the screen is getting mitigated, just act accordingly. If the supply is getting mitigated, take shorts. If the demand is getting mitigated, take longs. If the supply is getting mitigated, take shorts. If the supply is getting broken, take longs up to the next supply. If this 50% is getting mitigated, take longs. Or if it breaks, take shorts. So just monitor these zones and do the right decision when these zones are getting mitigated. And if any confirmation or break is given in these areas, just execute a trade. 5-minute time frame. I'm not really going to refine anything here because the 5-minute zone is almost the exact same as the 15-minute one. So I'm leaving the way it is. But I'm just checking if there was any supply rejection here. But actually, there was a rejection here on this supply, on this 5-minute one that you can see clearly. But we also left liquidity inside. I mean, above the supply, right? So we have these beautiful double taps here. So I'm not really going to force shorts down to this demand. I mean, technically we can force shorts down to this demand if there's no, if it's not nearby the double taps. So currently we are coming from this supply that changed the character to the downside. And of course, after the mitigation of this higher supply, we are coming from this supply region, which, you clearly see that change the character here. And basically flip the demand that is located here. This was the flip area. Sorry. Yeah, blue demand. And here is the flip. So we just mitigated the supply, and ever since the mitigation, we are just moving down to this demand. If you can catch a nice continuation trade somewhere around here, or another confirmational type trade where price breaks this structural low point, comes back up to a supply, creates a confirmation, comes down to this demand, you can take those. So summing everything all together, what are the plans here? Because this became a little bit messy. So what are the plans? As I said, on the 15-minute time frame, this is just the 15-minute perspective. We don't care about this perspective now. We just care about the 15-minute perspective. If this demand is getting mitigated first, take longs. If it, of course, creates confirmation. If this demand breaks, take shorts down to the 50% of this next demand. And of course, you can target the swing low point 2. If this 50% demand is getting mitigated, wait for a change of character again, take longs. If it breaks, take shorts, but I will update you if it breaks because I believe it won't break. If price comes up to this supply first, take shorts because it has a high chance to give us confirmation. Okay. If this supply breaks, take longs up to this next supply. If this supply holds, take shorts. These are the 15-minute plans, easy to follow plans. What is the 5-minute plan? Since we are reacting on this 5-minute supply area, created double taps. So basically this is left for the longs. This will be the target for the longs. You can take shorts because we still come, we already come from this supply by creating a 5-minute to 5-minute flip, reacting on this 5-minute area already. So we have a chance to create a nice bearish order flow all the way down to this demand. So if you can capitalize on this order flow, take it. If you can look for, if you can find trades here, find short trades, take those. This is the plan we are looking for, all right? So switching to the GBP USD. This is still the EU, yeah. So here's the GBP USD. What did I forecast here? So basically the thing that I forecasted here on Friday is that we mitigated a 4-hour supply here and changed the character to the downside. But on the other hand, we have a really nice demand region that has pushed price into the 4-hour supply region. So in this case, we were looking for two scenarios. Price was somewhere around here, this region. And I forecasted two scenarios, but if price reacts on any of these supplies, this one, either this one or either this one, we will be able to take shorts all the way down to this demand. And if this demand gives us confirmation, we will be able to take longs up to this refined supply region, refinement of the 4-hour supply region. But if this demand breaks, we will be able to take shorts. Technically, everything has happened, but nothing has happened. Why do I say this? Because the supply has been mitigated, but price just wigged, bodied the bell a little bit and created double taps. And when it created double taps, immediately just reversed to the downside and couldn't mitigate the next supply. That was this one. It just went all the way down to the marked out demand, gave a reaction, gave a rejection. Then it broke through this demand. Then it came back up. Then basically it's ranging. So it can't really decide what it's want to do. So in GBPUSD, I'm not really sure about the direction, not really sure about what we are going to trade today. So we are going to wait for the development, because on the 4-hour time frame, we are still ranging. There's still a 4-hour time frame is a complete range, this one, right? And we still have liquidity here. We are still reacting with supply. So we can go short, we can go long. We don't know. We really don't know which direction will happen. So that's why I'm saying that GBPUSD is consolidating, it's ranging, because it can't really decide where it's want to go. And the thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this supply on my chart the way it is. I'm going to leave this supply on my chart also. It's given a reaction. So, basically this was functioning as liquidity for the supply above it. Liquidity got swept into it and reacted on it. Then we are dropping ever since the reaction has happened. And yeah, this was another 15-minute supply that has basically confirmed this 15-minute previous supply. This was the one that changed the character here to the downside on a 15-minute time frame. Change of character, and we reacted on it, and we are dropping currently. So the thing we are going to do here is first, I'm going to mark out this demand. Mark out this demand. If this can be called a demand, I don't know, we will see, but likely it won't be a demand. And if this demand breaks here to the downside, then I take shorts. If this demand gives a confirmation to the upside, I take longs up to this next supply. If this demand down here is getting mitigated, I will take longs. If it breaks, I will take shorts. And these are the only plans I'm looking for on GBPUSD currently. So yeah, I'm not going to refine it on the 5-minute time frame. There's no point. These are the only plans I'm looking for. And that's it for this forecast video. Wish you a beautiful and profitable session for you today, guys. Take care and cheers.